if I ever leave this world alive. Well, thank you for the things you did in my life.
Hello, YouTube pot community and lovers of whatever the hell it is that I do here. Wisdom Junkie, episode 2 of a pipe with Epictetus. Today's pipe, Boswell's 2014. With some Rattray's Red Rappery. Quickly becoming an all-day smoke for me. Really love it. Courtesy of Damon, Nomad Piper. So, what did we learn in episode 1? Just do a real quick recap. Had everything to do with what we can control and what we can't control. And he defined those things. We can control our opinion. We can control our efforts, things we strive to do. We can control our desires. We can control what we are averse to, what we don't desire. And that's it. That's all we can really control. It is through those things that we are free. Those 4 things that we can control are free, and they make us free. Freedom can be found in those. What we can't control, our body, and everything that comes along with our body, including sickness and ultimately death. Can't control that. Can't control our property. And we can't control our reputation. What people say about us and things people think about us. And those things make us weak when we rely on them, or we put too much stock into them. They make us weak, they make us slavish, and they're restrictive, and they're always in the power of others. That's what we've learned so far. So what else does he have to say? So what does section 3 say? In everything which pleases the soul, or supplies a want, or is loved, remember to add this to the description. What is the nature of each thing, beginning from the smallest? Epictetus talks about an earthen vessel. Think of it like a cup or a coffee cup. If you love an earthen vessel or a coffee cup, say it is an earthen vessel which you love. For when it has been broken, you will not be disturbed. He's talking about being emotionally detached from possessions, in that you should never get yourself too attached to things. Sure, it's okay to love coffee cups, but if you break your coffee cup, I'm not really emotionally attached to it, so it doesn't really matter. I may admire it, but I'm not emotionally attached to it as you are. He's saying that you should basically take the same stance towards your own possessions. Just detach yourself. But then he goes one step further. He crosses the line here, I think, but he says, if you're kissing your wife or child, say that it is a human being that you are kissing. For when your wife or child dies, you will not be disturbed. Clearly Epictetus was not a married man, or perhaps he had no children, I don't know. But I think that takes it too far. It's okay to love human beings, but don't become attached to them, as so when they are dead, you are not disturbed. How clinical. I mean, it makes sense on the outside. But That's a bit much, I think. It does make sense theoretically, though. Move to section 4. Section 4, he talks about how you need to align yourself with the nature of things. And once you understand that you've aligned yourself with the nature of things, you won't be disturbed. You'll live a more tranquil life. He says, when you're going to take in hand any act, remind yourself what kind of act that it is. If you're going to bathe, place yourself before what happens in the bath. He's talking about public baths. You can compare them to swimming pools of today. So before you go swimming in a public pool, mentally prepare yourself for that. Place yourself in your mind before what the nature of a public pool is like. And he says, some will be splashing the water, others will be pushing against one another, others abusing one another, some people stealing. And thus, with more safety, you will undertake the matter. If you say to yourself, I now intend to bathe or swim, and to maintain my will in a manner conformable to nature, and you do so for every act, thus if any hindrance should happen, let this thought be ready. It was not this only that I intended, but I intended also to maintain my will in a way conformable to nature. But I shall not maintain it so, if I am vexed at what happens. So in other words, he's saying, understand the nature of things. Understand the nature of traffic, of job interviews, of public pools. And before you place yourself in those situations, place yourself there mentally and go through the process in your mind of what that experience is going to be like. So when it comes time to experience it, you're not vexed. You're indifferent. Because you can't control it. You're aligning yourself with the nature of the activity. And not going against it, which doesn't make any sense. So, to recap sections 3 and 4, section 3, don't attach yourself emotionally to things. It doesn't make any sense to do so, because you can control that. You can control how emotionally attached you get to material things. So don't do it. It's okay to like things and have an admiration for them, but they're just things. Section 4, before you place yourself into any type of a situation, understand what the nature of the situation is ahead of time and align yourself with it so you're not vexed. Till next time, Wisdom Junkie, in the pipe with Epictetus. Smoking lamp is out.